There are a lot of tales of tempests and battering ships to inspire respect for the sea. And while they were en route to Capernaum, Jesus' disciples watched these stories become a reality when the roaring wind transformed the waters around them. They fought against the waves and the wind. They witnessed a miracle. They saw Jesus walking on the sea and coming near the boat. Appearing in 3 of the 4 Gospels, this event inspires Sunday school lessons and has become ingrained in our portrait of Jesus' life. You can find pictures all over the place about this. Spectacular and unforgettable as the event is to us, however, a Jewish audience at the time of Jesus would have seen it in a profoundly theological meaning against the backdrop of the Old Testament. Because the sea has an Old Testament symbol. In the Old Testament, the unpredictable sea is a common symbol of cosmic disorder, conditions contrary to God's design for an ordered world. God wanted things organized, but chaos was always evil. This symbol for cosmic anarchy is also personified in sea monsters. Notice Leviathan or Rahab. The image of chaos as an untamed monster in a churning, erratic sea was common throughout the ancient world. The sea was to be feared. People accustomed to land would naturally view the vast, raging ocean as an uncontrollable and potentially deadly, filled with terrifying unknown creatures. Religions across ancient Mesopotamia often depicted their important deities destroying or subduing the sea dragon, therefore calming the sea and restoring order. In the Old Testament, it is Yahweh, the God of Israel, who conquers the forces of chaos and imposes order on the cosmos. See Job 26, 12-13, Psalm 89, 5-14. This imagery is applied even to the Exodus event from Egypt in Psalm 74, 12-17, where God split the sea to deliver his people, therefore conquering the forces of evil that sought their demise. And in the final victory, at the end of the age, is also depicted as God dominating the forces of the sea. It reads this way: "In that day the Lord with his hard and great strong sword will punish Leviathan, the twisting serpent, Leviathan, the crooked serpent, and will slay the dragon that is in the sea." That's in Isaiah 27:1. This is why the description of the final paradise of the new heavens and new earth contains the phrase, "the sea was no more." That's Revelation 23. The prophet Daniel's vision of the end of days and the kingdom of God includes 4 beasts that emerge out of a storm-tossed sea. That's in Daniel 7, 1-8. These beasts are not aquatic creatures by nature. They come from the sea because they represent chaos. God's heavenly court sentences the beast to death. Daniel 7, 9-12. After which the Son of Man arrives immediately to receive the kingdom of God. That's Daniel 7, 13-14. All of this imagery informs John's account of Jesus walking on the sea during the storm. Jesus Christ is Lord over the sea. John identifies Jesus as the Son of Man, to whom the Father has given authority to execute judgment. That's John 5:27, and you can compare that to Matthew 26, 57-68. John also asserts repeatedly that Jesus is God incarnate. In John's Gospel, Jesus invokes the divine name, I am, 7 times in reference to himself. See, for example, John 6:35 or John 15:1. He declares oneness with the Father in John 10:30, and he proclaims that the Father is in him and he is in the Father in John 10:37-38. For John, a Jew familiar with the Old Testament, the image of Jesus walking on the sea was a dramatic portrayal that Jesus is God, the one who subdues the forces of chaos and imposes his will on the waters and everything the waters represent. The kingdom of the Son of Man had begun, and all the forces opposing God's ordained order would now be defeated. Like Jesus' disciples, we can find comfort in knowing that the one who treads upon the volatile sea can subdue whatever chaos threatens to